Gonna get the show started, yeah. Gonna get the show started.
Homecoming
Gonna
is
get the
a
show
safe space for you
started.
to reflect on your service.
Gonna get it started. Just one moment, peeps. I don't think that anybody is watching me right now anyway. So, there is no rush. There is no rush. There is no rush. Wow. I do see that one viewer is watching. Alright, so I'm gonna get rid of this. This was a drawing I did last night. It's Finn from Star Wars. I gotta draw the brother. Give give the brother some love. Actually, for 1 week, I drew Finn trying to work on my likeness, like looking at people and getting their features right, because I suck at it. Well, I'm just not great at it. Um, so I drew Finn for a week straight, and I just did these horrible Finn drawings. This was the first one this week. I drew him in the past too. Like, here's a print of a version of one I drew. See if you can see that. But even this doesn't really look like Finn, right? I mean, it kind of does. But this one last night, I was like, all right, I'm starting to see a little bit of him, so I drew that. But tonight, I've got a little reference photo up, and I am gonna draw merge all. I'm gonna get rid of this because I have this saved already. So by Finn, and tonight I'm gonna draw, or I'm going to attempt to draw Stan Lee because he passed away, 95 years old. And if you don't know Stan Lee, you should. He's a household name. But if you don't know him, then you definitely know uh, the many characters that he's created. You know, the Hulk, Spider Man, Iron Man, Black Panther, just to name a few. I mean, just go through the Marvel universe, and the guy either created or co created some of the most well known uh, superheroes in the world to date. And he kind of took away all the fun because he pretty much came up with every cool superhero you could imagine and left nothing. What's up, Christy? Jedi goddess. I'm gonna attempt to draw Stan Lee. I drew I posted an old drawing I did of him today, but I figured I'd try and draw him tonight. Which now that I said it out loud, I'm kind of nervous. But let's just go. Let's just start scribbling. Let's see what happens. It all it all starts with the scribble, right? Like, commit to the scribble, and then maybe good things happen. And if this comes out bad, it's okay. I have a good drawing of him that I did already, and I'll just show that later through the end of this. And I'm gonna try and do this in a comic booky style. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. I got this. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. We will see. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. super nervous. What's up, Vincent? Vinny? Vindog? Kind of has a big melon. These big ears in here. For anyone tuning in, I am attempting to draw Stan Lee tonight. And I say attempting because this may not go as planned. This may not go as planned at all. But that's what it's all about, right? We take our chances. We try, and we either succeed or we fail. The only difference is nowadays, for some reason, we're we're so addicted to failing publicly. Like, I have no problems failing in the privacy of just me. Just me. But now, putting myself online, I'm drawing, I'm letting everybody see my weird choices I make when I'm drawing. Like, I don't know. It's scary. I don't know if I might wanna cheat those teeth. Yeah. Get rid of that. This line is throwing me off. I just want those teeth to be just makes this a little bit thicker. Eventually we're gonna whiten those when we actually start inking. Inking. Let's get this. Just going in here. On that cheek. Coming around. There we go. And this little bar here on this wrapped around like so. And this wraps around. There we go. You know, I should have put this. Let's shorten this. Should have put these glasses on another layer. That way I could just slightly move them if I have to. But this is fine. This is fine. So I don't know. I think this looks like him. Methinks this looks like Stanley. Somewhat. You know, I think that he had to have felt like the ultimate goal of an artist, which is like connecting your vision with the world. Like that is that's a cool thing to do as an artist. I think everybody's trying to do that, and you know, in the drawing these bow out, but or in the photograph I'm looking at, this brim bows out and comes in, but I'm just gonna kind of make it cheat it back, and then we're gonna hide it with hair. I think that's I'm gonna make a appeal call for that. But yeah, I mean, I would love if I created something, you know, at least one character that like connected with the entire world. I mean, that's crazy. I know a lot of people are sad that he died, but like just remember, like he lived to the age of 95. That's amazing. And not only like did he like live to 95, but he's the guy that made Spider-Man and lived to 95. Like that is pretty extraordinary. If you don't know, which I'm sure everybody knows. I mean, that's pretty darn cool. Yes, me. So I don't know. I'm hoping this is turning out okay. Like sometimes I do a drawing or I start a drawing and in my mind I'm thinking everything's going according to plan. And everything looks okay or looks great even sometimes I'll say or think. Um, and then I look at it later and I'm like, oh my goodness, like what was I thinking? So I'm trying to work on knowing what I'm thinking ahead of time. then the drawing will look good from the beginning all the way to the end. I mean, that is the goal. But you know, the other goal is, I say this all the time, just to have fun. I feel like I didn't go big enough on his forehead. But I don't wanna go. Oh, you know what else? I think this needs to go. Yeah, let's go back to our drawing layer. Just go down a tad. Just trying to make a few corrections before I make another layer to ink this. I want to see if I just give a little bit more forehead. Yeah. Then back to that. Go back on this. Whoops. Oh. Oh, did I paste that on the other? No, that's right. But this is not. Oh. Silly boy. She's using the wrong eraser. So I think I like this better. Just giving him a little bit more head, cranium, forehead shape. Alright. Also, more lines up here, like that, and a line down here. I think that's pretty cool. Alright, I think I'm ready to try and ink this sucker. Let's see if we can ruin it even more. Or make it look good. Like, because you never know, right? Until you try. I like just getting on here and flying by the seam of my pants, though, because, like, I didn't know I'd be doing this today. Well, that's not true exactly. I mean, when I found out about it, first I posted the older drawing I did, and then I was like, you know, that's a cop out. Like, you need to do a new one. So I knew part of the day that I was gonna end up doing this, something like this. All right. So there's that, and here comes around. You know, I feel like I'm supposed to get a little bit of that neck in there, and then this collar comes around like that. Yeah, that's better. Go. Guys hear the ambulance? That's it's part of the magic of living downtown. Downtown Dallas. Alright. I think I'm gonna try and ink this. Um, but before I do, huh? I was gonna get. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna pour myself a drink. Pour myself a drink. Pour myself a drink. Ain't it gonna be great when I pour myself a drink? Little glass of confidence. There we go. All right, I'm back. So to pour myself a drink. Cheers. Good, good, good. Merge that layer and then lighten. And then let's go in and let's use this ink brush, which is way too small right now. Let's make it a little bigger. A little bit bigger. I think that's as big as I can get with this canvas. You know, I may have to bring my canvas size down some. How is that? I mean, that's a pretty good line thickness. But I'm gonna bring this size down a little bit. Cause I bet this canvas is huge. Huge. Yeah, it's like 40 inches. Huge. Let's do 20. Huge. There we go. Now, yeah. That's better. That's better. That's a nice thick line. It's a nice thick line. I'm just gonna start going in here and inking. Inking it. Inking it. You know what I'm noticing though? Is my no, it's in there. My tapers feel weird. Let me check this brush. I didn't do a proper um, setup tonight. Yeah, I mean it's tapering. Guess we're good. For some reason it didn't feel like it was, but pay no attention to the boy who knows not what he's doing. Boom, 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 boom. boom, boom. So being on if I should do my Stan Lee impersonation where he's come up with characters. It's basically like the Key and Peele version with Stan Lee that they did. Where he's like, when I was coming up with Spider-Man, I just was like surrounded by these webs everywhere. That's my terrible Stan Lee. Gotta make sure I maintain the squintiness of his eyes. Like, I think they were always so squinty because the guy was always smiling. Like, I don't know Stan Lee personally, never met him, so it's always like we only have our impression of what a celebrity is like, or like we have a connection of what they meant to us because of what they created. So from the outside looking in, yeah, this guy looked like he was always happy and always thinking of new characters and new ideas, innovation. Definitely innovation. Kind of feel like nobody is supporting the innovators anymore. Like, because I know they're out there. I work with tons of them. Yet the work we do, well, I'm just gonna say it, like lacks innovation. Like, just feels very like, let's make a quick buck. Like, not like nobody takes chances anymore. Even with Stan Lee stuff, because like when he came up with this stuff, there was no multi-billion-dollar movie industry surrounding it. Like, just he just did it because he loved doing it, because it was creative. Like, I think he was probably getting artist enjoyment out of it. I assume. So I don't know how we can celebrate and like create more mainstream stuff that innovates rather than just takes what's popular or what's going to be uh, expected to be popular and just run with that. Like, just feel like there's more out I want like I want I want the world to find the next Stan Lee. He might actually be out there, you know. I'm not the best person to be judging because I don't know all that's out there. I really don't. And I'm not for a second gonna lie and pretend that I do. I'm mainly just yammering on while I do this so that I don't know, maybe I should just shut up. Just shut up and draw, dude. And you're lucky we're letting you do that. I wonder if there's anything that he felt he didn't get accomplished or didn't get to do. Because, you know, over the past couple of years, I've thought a lot about like death and why we're here and what we should be doing while we're here. I think Stan Lee did it right. I mean, it's to inspire like that many people. I mean, that's like that's cool. It's so cool. It is so cool. So my inking style, if you want to call it a style, is like super loose and I don't know if there's any sense to it really. There's probably not. There's no sense in what I'm doing. I'm just kind of no, there is. I mean, I'm trying to make sure that each line in some way is performing a proper uh, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't even know. This is why I don't do tutorials yet because I can't formulate what it is that I'm doing, especially like while I'm doing it. I'm just like, nope, brain cannot do it. It's like when I started playing the ukulele and I could not, I couldn't sing and play at the same time no matter how hard I tried. It was like, it just felt impossible. And now I can sort of do that, but it's still pretty bad. Just want to get these eyes to be a little squintier. Yeah. Ooh, just cracked my neck. Oh, that's terrible. Wonder if that showed up in the audio. That was like a huge neck crack. Crack. All right. So I wonder, I don't know this for a fact, but I have to ask like some of my more diehard comic book uh, friends. But I always notice how um, Stan Lee looks like the the boss at uh, the newspaper uh, the newspaper place that Peter Parker works at. Like, I wonder if that was on purpose. I think maybe it was actually supposed to be based on his dad, maybe. And then what's funny is when he gets older, he starts looking like his dad. But I don't know if that's. I could totally be mis mistelling that story. So, but if I'm not, that's pretty darn cool. And if I am, then sorry for the fake news. So, if anyone is watching, like spying, secretly stalking, um, oh, you know what's weird is my stream's not showing my latest comments. Let me go back here. Yeah, that sucks. So I am missing out on some comments. This chat. Yeah, shoot. Oh, shoot. Okay, hold on. 1 second. Let's go in here. So I've been missing some of these comments, but it looks like I got a looks great from Christy Jedi Goddess, and Vincent said he hasn't drawn since a kid. Some new techniques are crazy. Dope watching you do it on the computer. Nice, bro. Thanks, man. Got a message from Wanda saying I'm way too modest. Uh, I am a very talented artist. Oh, you are such a good liar. And I got a wave. So thanks, guys. I am sorry that my damn restream it usually works where I can connect all the chats like Twitch and Facebook together, but this time it's not working. Or it's kind of working, I guess, but not really. Anyway, I'm gonna keep on keeping on. I stole that saying. I'm gonna keep drawing, and if you've got more comments, go for it. I'm sorry I was missing them before. I'll get better at this restreaming or this streaming stuff. Boom, boom. Hopefully, I'm at least still live. Because it's telling me that I'm still live. Yes. So, I am going to just assume that I am. Do it live! Alright. Sorry, Stan. I'm back. I'm back, dude. Let's keep going, man. Na-da-doo, na-da-doo. I'm going to give him a couple of flyaways here. Even though, like, he kept his hair pretty tight. That's smooth. That's slick back. And I'm going to go ahead and get this in there going. A little bit of shadow. Let's put another one in there. Right there. Darken this edge a little bit. And taper it now. Let's go ahead and cross hatch it. Cross hatch. That's pretty good. And then in here, go ahead and it's going to go like this. And put this another. Make sure I'm not missing any new comments. Because if you are there and watching, feel free to say something. Say, stop drawing! Be like, nobody wants to see that. This. Oops. And then like that. And something like this. Fill. Oh. Somebody didn't close the line with their drawing. So when he tried to flood the area, it went everywhere. Must be right there. Right? Ah, I found you, you little leak. You little leak. And we're just gonna let that taper off there. Let this come up like that. Totally making this up. I mean, I do have a reference photo that I'm looking at. Always look at reference. Oh, we got a new comment. It's fascinating how you do that with a computer. I always had trouble with shading and dimension, so sketches were always looking flat. Well, I can't really promise that this doesn't look flat. But I will say this. I will say this. Like, no matter what the tool is, it's all the same principle. So if I'm doing this on actual paper with a pen, or if I'm doing this on the computer, if I'm doing this with chalk, if I'm doing this with whatever, paint, it's all the same principles. Where like I'll show, it doesn't. I'll show you one quick thing. Like if I have a ball here, right now that just looks like a circle that I drew. But if I pick a light source and I say, hey, the light, actually, wait, let me put this on another layer because I might run out of undos. Okay, so I got a ball here, and right now it just looks like a circle. But if I pick a light source and I say all the light is coming from this little light bulb, then that means this is going to be a hot spot there, and this is all in shadow. So and I know that the ball curves, right? So I wouldn't draw a straight line because then that would make it flat. That would be like a yin and yang stamp or something. So you wouldn't make it flat. You would follow whatever the curve is. So if your face is, if there's a cheek, it's going to go like this. If this is a forehead, there's going to be roundness and dimension to it. And then I'm going to shade this side. And then the closer I get to the light source, this is going to be less of a dark shadow. It's going to get very, very light. And then if you really want to make that pop, then you draw where that light source is really hitting that hot spot or hot spots. So then, and you got a little rim light for that light that bounces around. And then, if you want to go a little more nuts, light's hitting here, it's also going to cast a shadow. And this shadows help to ground things. So this ball, now it feels grounded rather than like this floating circle. So, just really quick tutorial on light sources. And you can get really complicated, put two light sources in there. You can backlight something. You always got to think about where the light's going to hit. Like even when I'm doing these lines, I'm kind of thinking about that. I make it look so easy. No, I don't. Trust me. Like, you guys just don't go online enough because I'm telling you, there are some people out there, they make it look easy. And sometimes they make it look really hard. But they do it so easily. So I will try and attempt to take the compliment, but it's hard for me. It really is. In fact, I'll pretend to be cocky when I'm alone or with really close friends, just to try and convince myself to keep doing this, because it's hard. It's not easy. That's for sure. Let's get these. Now, one thing I know for sure is with Stan Lee, it's all about these glasses. Like, so not only did he like create iconic characters, but like he himself had an iconic look. A look, mind you, that did not change over the, many, many decades of his life. Like, I feel like he was a, if it ain't broke, don't try and fix it kind of guy, you know? And he probably was like, this is a good look. I look dope with these shaded glasses. And I gotta say, it is a cool look indeed. I wonder if I should make these a little bit bigger. See, I put them on a layer this time, so now I can scale them up if I need to. But no, I don't think it's a matter of scale. Well, maybe I scale this one up a little bit. And then for this one, I think I want to move it over. Just see, it's also too yeah, it's too. I want that to rest like right there. And then this one, I'm going to scale it down a little bit and then move it up because I want this to rest right here. I'll be right here. I think that's good. I think. And we're going to connect these guys here. And a little bar that goes across here. And like I said earlier, I cheated this one back because we're going to let it get lost in the hair. And then this one, kind of the same dealio. Lost in the hair a bit. Alright. And let's make this line come down. Just noticing stuff I want to change. Alright. Let's see how this looks if I hide my pencil layer. There we go. And yeah, I don't know how I feel about this, guys. I don't know. I think well, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. Not giving up on this. Well, at this point, we've gone so far. It'd be silly to give up or to quit. Okay, so now I wonder. I know that there's some breaks in this, but I'm wondering if I can try and close the real visible ones. Because what I want to do next is like drop just a flat color in the back of this, in the back of this line art, because we're gonna attempt to do a little bit of coloring. Let's see what happens when I go select. Yes. Oh shit. So now I have to merge these guys. Merge with below. There we go. Okay, so it's going up in here. I need to close this off if I want to actually do this. Yeah. Let's see if that did the trick. I think that will do the trick. And then invert. I'll make another layer. And since the predominant color is going to be his skin tone, I'm going to find a skin tone suitable for this guy. Let's see. Might want something a little more tan. Yeah, that's better. Okay. And then we will deselect. And then for his glasses, I'm going to make another layer and fill in these glasses. Just fill them in. Try and stay in the lines. I'm very bad at staying in the lines. I don't follow the rules. It's one of my biggest problems. I love to be a rule breaker. I do. I love to talk back. I love to call people out on their bullshit. And I like to swear a lot. And I drink whiskey. Alright, so I'm going to lighten that a little bit. Yeah. Alright. So now I'm going to go back to this skin layer and I'm going to lock it. So now I can take like any color I want and like woo 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 color, but see how it stays? It doesn't go outside of the line, which is perfect for a crazy mofo like me who doesn't like to stay in the lines. So I'm try and pick a light-ish gray color. And fill that in. Filling that in. Filling that in. Just got a like from Kelly Soto, the wife of my very, very good bestest friend, co-worker, Dorian Soto. If you ever play board games with Kelly, watch out, because that woman does not like to lose. See here. Kind of get at least one tone in here of the hair. I'm going to try and put another darker tone kind of layered in, but I have a different approach for that. I'm going to try. All this is experimental, by the way, if you just tune in. And by experimental is a fancy way of someone saying they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Yes, we decided to get very experimental on this. Whenever you hear that, that just means they didn't know what was going to happen. And that they're praying for a happy accident. Like yes, we're gonna get very, very, very experimental here. That's all that means. Don't let people scare you out of trying new things. All right. So we got the stash. I'm telling you, man, this dude, he had his look down. Down. I'm wondering if so for his teeth, like I didn't get really detailed with them. I'm just gonna keep them kind of as one white shape with the one line that breaks them. Only because like I suck at drawing teeth. No, sometimes like it looks creepy to me when I go to uh, detail. I'm like drawing every single uh, tooth shape. It just starts to get a little. It looks weird. I can't. I gotta work on my teeth approach and like how I do that. Do that. Do it. Do it. All right. And right now I'm just putting down flat colors for the most part. Like we got some shadows from when we inked in here, but I'm gonna try and put a couple more in, and I don't know. It's very experimental. Oh shoot! What was I gonna do? Oh yeah. I was gonna color in this shirt. Very, very roughly. Yeah, this dude came up with a superhero for every occasion. Every kind of like possible superhero, he came up with it. So he really did just leave nothing but lame uh, choices for the rest of the creators. Because he took all the cool names, all the cool ideas, and to have them like still have such be so relevant after so many years, a lifetime, a few lifetimes, like that's pretty awesome. That is not just pretty awesome. That's like really awesome, and I'm jealous. I want that. I want to connect with people on that kind of level. That is like, what more could you want as an artist? Like, you know what? Fuck all the money. I mean, because that he got. But like, speaking as an artist, I can imagine that. So he got more out of seeing how much the world was affected by his creations. That's so cool. That is so cool. Like you can't get any cooler than that. I'm sorry. This does not happen at all. Let's see here. Am I missing any new comments? Just want to make sure. Oh, I think I've only done one viewer anyway. Who's watching me? Who's watching me? Let's see. I'm gonna make. You know what? I'm gonna make his outside sweater like a deeper red. A deeper red. Yeah, that looks cool. In my photo reference, his sweater is like a black color, but I like the red. It's more Spidey. It looks good against his or with his glasses, which I also gave a bit more of a redder tint. Just a bit. Just a bit. So I was joking about him like coming up with every cool possible superhero, but I think he did. Like, I mean, what's left? Frogman. Looks more like Deadpool. What? My Stan Lee looks like Deadpool? Oh, my girlfriend just sent me a picture on Facebook. She's at a hockey game tonight with her bestie, which is not me. She is having a good time. And so am I, doing my nerd thing. Doing my nerd thing. Baby. So yeah, who would I come up with? Frogman. What else is there? What else could there be besides Frogman? Alright, let's see. Now I want to put some shadows in here. So I'm just gonna make a new layer. Gonna pick like a bluish tint. Turn this to multiply. And I'm just gonna start drawing some shadow shapes in here. There we go. Now that's like way too dark, so I'm just gonna lighten the layer a little bit. There we go. And you got a little shadow there. You got a little shadow there. Just a little happy shadows. You know, I'm just gonna go over here and draw another one. You know, shadows are our friends. just gonna draw a little happy shadow. Because the thing about shadows is you can't appreciate the light without the dark. It's just like you can't appreciate the sweet without the sour. It's the yin, it's the yang, right? That's my Bob Ross meditation moment of this drawing video. Let's get a little shadow here, a little shadow here. Get on in there and fill it up. Get them shadows going. I'm gonna put one over here too. I'm gonna get crazy. Yeah, yeah. Just keep going all the way. Go right here. Boom. Fill that sucker. Yeah, that's nice. I dig it. I dig it. Let's do looking great. Has a Joelle Jones feel. Girl, this has a Don Dixon feel. I'm just kidding. Thank you very much. Um, if you're just tuning in, I'm drawing Stan Lee and I'm sipping on some whiskey. I like to call this drawing juice. Oh, the red and the black. You love Deadpool. I see. Thank you, Christy. You are so sweet. I'm going to give you a big hug the next time I see you. Go in here. Let's do a little, oops. Whoops. You know, drawing and art is the one job you can have where it's okay to say whoops. Like, you can never do that when you're a doctor. Yay! This is fun, you guys. I'm having way too much fun. All right, now, oh wait, I want to put a shadow in one more spot. One more spot. I think we need one coming over here. There we go. Oh, son of a bitch. Let's go back and try this again. Son of a bitch. Give me a drink. There we go. All right. There it is. Hey, you guys, guess what? I have been working for quite some time, and I have not saved this file at all. So I am going to do that right now because Stan Lee. Because it would suck if I crashed right now and I lost all this. All this would be gone. That'd be a weatherman? You can say oops when you're a weatherman. Like, it's way worse when you're like, you know, at the gyno. And the doctor says oops. Or, you know, you're being operated on and the doctor says oops. And you hear something clink. All right. So he has a little pass of like this darker hair that I want to do, but it only kind of appears in a few areas. So I'm gonna, similar to how I did the shadows, I'm just gonna kind of draw this kind of pattern of hair, make sure it kind of follows my lines, and I'm going to fill it, and then I'm going to deselect and multiply that layer so I still see my lines underneath. And yeah, that's cool. I like that. Okay. I dig it. I dig it. So then next, this has come a long way, guys. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't know if I love it, but I definitely don't hate it. So now, all right, so I am going to, I think I'm going to pull out the airbrush, I think. Yeah. I think we're ready for that. I think so. I think so. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So I'm going to pick a bright yellowish kind of color, and then I've got a new layer here, and I'm going to change the layer style to glow. I'm going to pick the airbrush, get it nice and big, and I'm just going to like blast this area right here. Boom. Ba ba boom. Just to make them, like earlier I did that little thing with the ball to try and give it dimension. So like that's what I'm doing now with this airbrush tool. It's just kind of blasting some areas where I think the light's gonna be hitting. And I use the glow layer style because it's fucking cool. I am the worst, you guys. Just gonna blast this. But yeah, I love. This is kind of one of my favorite parts of trying to color something, especially like booky type of stuff. I don't even think that's like a proper way to describe this. I don't think people use the phrase comic booky, but I do. What are you gonna do about it? That's right. Nothing. And I think it would be nice to even put a little bit of that blast on these glasses. Yeah, just in the corners here. I dig that. Dig that a lot. Let's get a little bit more down here. And I wonder if I should put some on the edge of this. Yeah. Let's get those edges. Little rim light action. Give it that extra pop. That extra snap, crackle, pop. Even in the hair. I'm trying to not go crazy with this, because then it loses its pizzazz. But just a couple more spots, and I think that's good. So let me see how. What is Excelsior? I'm not a smart man, Jenny. So I need I'm not a smart man, Krusty. I need explanations. All right, let's see here. Now I'm going to take another sip of whiskey. I promise you guys, though, I am not a alcoholic. This is just a. This has just been a week for me. It has been a week for me. I can't go super detailed into it, but I've had one of those weeks that help. That it doesn't help. I've just had one of those weeks that make you question your abilities as an artist. And I keep thinking, when is that shit gonna go away? You know, it just. There's always something that happens though, right? And for me, it's usually at work. Somebody makes me feel less than, and I'm just like, holding in those feelings. Gotta stay strong and just keep going. But I had a week like that where I was being tested, you know, and it's fine. You get to a point where you want to be like here, but then someone else is telling you that you're down here. Oh, that's Stan's tagline. He always says, "Ah, oh, see, I feel bad that I didn't know that." But you learn something new every day, right? So if I had not done this drawing tonight, I would not have learned that. Let's give him a little glint. Little glint. He doesn't have that in his photo reference, but I like it. So yeah, I every once in a while will have. Oh, I forgot about putting the white in his eyebrows. Tisk tisk. I'll have to go back and do that. But yeah, I just had a week where I was feeling tested on my abilities. I hate that too. Not being tested. I like to try new things. I mean, look at me. I freaking jumped on this in front of all you crazy people, and I'm actually happy with how it came out or is coming out. It could always be better. That's the fun part, right? Sometimes fun. Sometimes it's maddening. But yeah, I just had a situation with work where it was a reminder that I am not where I should be, like artistically. Like I should be better, apparently. um, and then the only thing you can do is you just keep doing it. You keep trying, and you make the same mistake over and over again until you don't. But it's hard for me to talk about this because I can't really give all the details, so I should just shut up. But I will say, when you're feeling down, like I was today and all last week, like I do this. Like I come home and I'm reminded when I do stuff like this, I'm reminded why I'm an artist. Like, you know, you put yourself on the chopping block every time. And if you're not doing that, then that just means you're playing it safe. And who wants to do that? Hey, Christy just said, rest assured, you are quite talented. Someone who says to the contrary is wrong. The world is filled with successful artists who were told at one point that they weren't good enough. So know you're in good company. It means you're doing something right. Thank you so much. And for the most part, like, I wasn't exactly told that I wasn't good enough. I was just told that there were better people suited to handle certain things. And, you know, I hate that. I've always been like, I've always wanted to be invited to the party, and when I'm not, it drives me insane. It does. It drives me nuts. It really does. It really does. Yeah. Oh, the eyebrows. Let's pick this control, or the control. I'm talking Maya talk. Let's pick this control. I did it again. Let's pick this color for the hair, and then I'm gonna find my flat layer of color, and I'm gonna block in. I'm gonna block in some grays. Yeah, and that might all be all I have to do, actually, because I'm getting that cool color change because of the tint of the glasses, the glass shade layer. But I think I will put a couple of just white accents in there. Just a couple. I'm gonna dare say that if Stanley saw this drawing, he would dig it. He would be like, wow, Don, that is amazing. I remember when I was drawing Spider-Man, and I thought that was amazing, but this, Don, you've got a gift. Let's make a movie together. Let's make our own party. Seriously, I want to do an artist meetup thing. Well, you set it up, and I'll show up. I like doing anything with art, love, magic. You guys are awesome. Plus, I would love another opportunity to try and sell some prints with you guys again, because money is tight. And I've been thinking a lot lately about happiness and what that is for me. And eventually it's working for myself. Like, I'm serious. Like, I want to work for myself. But to actually be able to have a sustainable income that keeps me afloat and lets me buy my girlfriend nice things and dinner. Like, that's gonna be the hard part. But who knows? One day. So his glasses on this photo are like a gold color, but I'm gonna keep these black. But I'm gonna make a couple of little highlights on them. Just a few here and there. Here and there. There you go. There you go. There you go. I hear that, Christy. You heard me? Boom. Da-da-doom. All right. You know, I think we're reaching that time of the drawing when it's time to let it go. Let it go. Let it go. I think we're reaching that time of the drawing when you gotta let it go. Let it go. Let me see if I put like just a little tiny blast of a lighter color there. Is that? Yeah, that's good. That's not too bad. I think that's good. I think it's time to retire the drawing. Yes, it is. Alright, you guys. I think I'm done with this. I think. What do you guys think? What do you think? You know, I always usually have to like let a day go by and then I look at a drawing that I did in the morning and I'm like, oh, that doesn't look like poop. Or the opposite, I'm like, oh, that's not so good. So, but this one, I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I'm looking at it on my live stream video, and it looks cool on that. I don't know. I don't know if it kapow. Hey, I like that. What was the other saying you said that he used to say all the time? Let me scroll back and find it. If I can. Let me see here. Let me see here. Huh. It's not letting me see that comment. Oh, there we go. Okay. I have an idea. We're not quite done yet. Let's see. Let's do Google and comic book bubble PNG. There we go. I'm going to grab this. No, that one doesn't have a. I need one with a transparent background. Here we go. I'm going to save image to my desktop and call this bubble, and then I'm going to add it as a layer. Let's see, file, add image, desktop, and we are looking for bubble. Why is that not? Shit. Okay, hold on. Something's wrong. Did I save this right? Save image as. It should be transparent, right? File, add image. It's still gotta have that background on it. Son bitch. Okay. This one's not right. We gotta find one with a blank background. Or, actually, I'm going to stop being lazy. Add image, bubble, and I think I'll just select. Let's put this one on top layer here. Oh, son of a bitch, it's like all squares, so I can't even do that. But I could do this, and then invert it, and then delete it. Ha! Outsmarted you. Yeah, I know how to do a PNG. I downloaded it, and it said it was a PNG, but it lied to me. I'm just giving you a hard time. Image, mirror layer, and I guess maybe I don't need to mirror the layer. Looks a little weird, huh? Image, mirror layer. Oh, I got it. And then I'm just gonna shave off this little piece so that it's correctly aiming towards my man Stan. There we go. It does. The internet lies all the time. Let's see here. Then I'm going to find I have this cool like Avenger type font. There we go. Paste. Say okay. Boom. Rotate. There you go. There you go. You know. Excelsior. Did I say it right, Christy? Excelsior. Don Dixon, this drawing is Excelsior. You could be the next Stan Lee. I'm going to leave you with all my future ideas. Let's see. All right. I'm going to sign this sucker now. Let's do it in white. Doo-doo-doo. 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 Doo-doo. Bam. Ba-boom. All right. I think that's it, you guys. Gonna go. This was a fun ride. Just so you know, too, like, if you enjoyed watching this, there's like a little tip glass on my stream in the lower right hand corner. I'm going to make a more visible sign that points to it later. But you can go to my Twitch page, and there's a donate button there. And, you know, drop some coin down and support your broke ass artist. Thank you so much, Christy. I appreciate it. In about 5 or so minutes, I'm gonna post the actual finished drawing on my Facebook, uh, both pages, Scrib Creative page, my personal page, and my Instagram. So that will be there shortly. And thanks for watching, you guys. This was fun. This was really fun. I had no idea how this was going to come out, and I think the results were good. I think. So, yeah, I can't wait to do another one of these puppies tomorrow. So, peace out.